All right, guys, we're back, and the results are in. Men are the prize. Okay, I'm with my wife today, and we were talking off camera, and she brought it up, and she said she wanted to talk about it, and I said, babe, it's going to be highly controversial. And she said, let's do it. So the results are in. You said there is no debate. Why do you think that men are the prize over women?
Well, I think that the man is the prize over women for many reasons. Where yes, women has consider themselves a prize because of looks or what they might bring to a table or there's for, but we're also considered as a devalue when you start aging because looks fade. When you have too many children, that's a devalue. I'm just stating, compared to men, men can get older as they age, but sometimes either some men look
Look
even
better.
better when they older. Yeah, they can have a lot of children, but they can also build themselves up to still have more as they get older. So it's like no comparison. And I want to can I read the statement?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It says here, a good woman can inspire a man, which is true. And I kind of want to elaborate a
Very
little bit
true.
on that because as a woman, we encourage, we nurture, we do all those things. So we do inspire the man, but a good man can change a woman's entire reality. That's why when you find a man who is consistent, committed, and capable, or God fearing, you have a prize. And it's just the truth because he does change your life. A good man, a good committed man, changes your whole life. We
It's,
add to the man's, but he changes ours.
and also, I like Bible, so it just came to me. This ain't scripted, guys, and we do script a lot of our shows, but it don't talk about women. It say a man who findeth a wife findeth a good thing and favor with the Lord. It didn't even mention you guys, but I just want to throw that out there. Now, would you agree with this? Prime for women is often a mix of attractiveness, fertility, and social capital. Women's early prime gives them choice and leverage younger. They can build and trade that capital. But I do notice that women don't build and trade that capital younger. They flaunt their capital. They use what they got to get what they want. Shout out to Ronnie. We seen her on social media earlier this week,
She
wilding out.
ain't got it no more.
Ronnie don't got it no.
I hope she got what she wanted when she
I
get
hate
it.
that. I didn't even try to make that pun. This is completely natural, guys. I don't even know how I'm getting this good. But I mean, Ronnie don't got it no more. I don't want to bust Miss Ronnie down. But when Miss Ronnie said that on Players Club, I wanted to go with Miss Ronnie right away. And every other guy knows what I'm talking about. So women can have their capital and trade it in and use it for leverage earlier, meaning women have access to sex and men have access to marriage. She could use her capital to her access to sex, trade it in for marriage, and maybe be taken care of for the rest of her life and or grow or build with said man who's probably not in his prime yet though. Do you see? She don't want to marry a guy so much older than her. She just want to let him bust her down. She bust it open for a real one for the older guy, but she don't really want to marry him. So she trades in some of her best years to have some of her best times. And I think she also then trades in her marriage. That's what I think about it. What do you think about that?
I just think that women, especially in modern time, you have so many women that's so independent. They feel like they don't need and they are just as equal or better than or they're the prize because now they're so independent. They have this own stability and they don't look at it like, oh, I need the prize, which is the man. They're looking at I'm the prize, and then they let all this time go by because they're running things. They're their own man. They're all these things that people say, and then time go by and it'll pass you by, and now you lonely, you're older and successful all by yourself.
They say that modern black women, especially, become the men that they want. They become that man themselves, and therefore they don't need one. Prime for men is often legacy and status and it normally grows. A man's prime is delayed. His earnings and influence peak later, so he retains value longer. That's just what I truly think. I don't think I'm wrong on that. Now, to me, another reason that, and I don't know about you because I want you to help me with this, but another reason that I think men are the prime, or are the prize, I apologize, is that men don't care about women's money or their earnings.
They
A
don't.
man would much rather die on his own sword.
A real man.
A real man.
A real man. Let's be clear, because some men's all for just getting a woman to take care of them. You know, we have those.
It's some Stetsons out there, but I don't want to bust Oprah down. Right now, as poor as I am, I don't want to bust Oprah down. Do you see my beautiful wife? I don't want to bust Oprah down. I don't care about her money. I'm gonna go get my own. I don't want to bust Oprah down. Okay? I'm just saying. But Donald Trump right now, 72, 73, he grabs him by the he can get topped off right now by the coldest little white model in America right now. Her mouth's watering to top him off. Pause. These are facts. Okay? Would you agree with me? Guys, would you agree with me, guys? My God. Leave your comments and opinions in the comments. I really want to know. I want to know. Okay? Or am I wrong? Hey, bro, am I wrong, bro? You a bust down Oprah? I'm talking about just like naturally, like your joint is moving naturally for Oprah? I want to know. I want to know.
Not only that, the man is also the prize because of he provides so much. He provides that protection. Women needs to feel safe. Most women want, I don't care how independent, how great, how much money you have, we want to feel safe. You know, who wants to still be at an old age asking, like you said, your cousin or your brother to walk you to the car? You know, you want that covering, you want that safety, so they provide protection. Men don't invest their emotions and love into something. It's kind of rare. They have to really love and care about you to invest that parts of them. Women don't provide that type of stuff. They kind of like, you have women that are delusional. They get in their feelings and emotions. They're willing to invest their emotions just off of, I think he likes me back and I'm in love, type of energy. So it's just, so to me, it's so clear, and I mean, it speaks for itself. The man, how can he not be the prize when you get? I mean, as time go and stuff, you what are you providing? For real, what do women really bring to the table, in your opinion?
A woman brings many things to the table. One of the top things, and I know it's going to, go low on some people's charts, but inspiration. I mean, women can be so inspiring, influential to a man's going up or going down. Honestly, I think a woman brings a lot to the table. Now, the Podfather said fit, feminine, friendly, and in our community, that's normally not the case.
Rare.
It's normally fat, mean, and ugly. I'm talking about ugly spirit. You see? Yeah. So it's not normally fit, feminine, and friendly. So if a woman could just bring those three right there to the table, that's so inspiring right there. Just to be nice and pleasant to be around while he's in his bag or while he's in his creativity, just not being a hindrance and making his thing hard and not his life. I think that is huge.
Okay.
Men are really simple. I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying I agree with you, but look at it like this. And the reason why I'm saying it should be clear that the man is the prize. You said inspiration, fit,
Feminine,
feminine,
friendly.
friendly. Now, as a woman, as a man, I mean,
You need everything from me.
no, hold on. No. As the man, do you want that fit, feminine, inspiring, and an old woman that's 40, 50, independent on her own, or would you rather have it as a young and her prime? It's pretty rare that you're going to choose the 50, 60-year-old that got it together, and now she that caught on, ooh, I need to be fit and feminine. I'm just saying, are you going to choose that over the 30-year-old? Right. So,
Not at all.
but a woman that's 30, she could possibly choose that
She
50,
choosing the
60-year-old
50-year-old. What?
over the 30-year-old. That's all I'm saying. And that's why I believe the man is the prize. Because what we bring, yeah, we can give it to the man, but who he desires to have it from, it becomes limited. That's why it's important to tap into your feminine side. That's why it's important to tap into the woman you're supposed to be and stop getting. And I wish, and I wanted to speak on this because I want the young women to get off this horse that I'm the prize. I'm what you got, and you got all these children. You got this nasty attitude. You feel like you too good to eat here. You too, girl. Bye, girl. Bye. Get your life.
I'll bring it back up.
Childhood.
The one time we was watching social media, and the guy pulled up in a really nice. I want to say it was a BMW, and she was like, "What a Hellcat!" And that if it wasn't a Hellcat with some kind of certain motor in it, that she didn't even want to even. That was
And
crazy.
that's why I wanted to speak on this, because that has to stop. You're not the prize, ma'am. He don't have to deal with you, because guess what? Whatever his car he gonna get the woman is. And as you with that attitude, one day you're gonna wake up, maybe at 50, maybe sooner, and realize, oh, this is how, and it might be too late, because again, he's going to still want what he desires, that fit, feminine, inspiring, all those great things from a woman, but he might not choose the woman that's older. Thank God blessed me to go ahead and get married and catch on quick, but I just want to try to help somebody. Get your life, get your mind together.
I agree with you on that age gap thing right there. My dad told me that he don't want to be in his bed in 100. And my dad's 65. So you got to say, what age do you got to be to not be in the bed with him and not be 100? And so he don't really care for the older, I'm friendly and ready now.
Many not.
Many are not. You know, well, my dad's a single man at this point. You know, so I'm talking about a single guy. And so, you know, that is kind of crazy. I'm 41 and I don't want to be 80 in the bed. You feel me?
I mean,
if I got a choice, if I'm a single man and I got a choice, I'm going to deal with the 40-year-old who's saying she's ready now, or the 25-year-old who's definitely fit, feminine, friendly, and inspirational. Give her to me.
And I mean, if we just want to be real about it, this is also why a lot of men cheat. I mean, you don't have to be single to want that. You could get married, but if you still not inspiring, if you still to let yourself go, now you being mean and ugly, you got insecurities. You don't know if you know what's going on or how you feel about yourself. Not confident in that he married you or loved you for you, so you bitter and you hating on the next woman and stuff, and now you wonder why he going out looking for the fit, feminine, and friendly and inspiring person.
And
Again, this is not to bash women. I'm a woman. I'm just telling you what I've learned and what I'm observing in life. This is not to bash a woman, but we got to do better as women.
that is good.
We are not the prize. They are.
But I do want to say that I think women can help build the prize. Now I know they don't like it that way, but that's kind of how a woman really taps into her true value. I would say the ability to help build the prize, to recognize maybe that, okay, maybe I'm not the prize, but if he's the prize, and then, you know, back to the word, it says help meet. So, you know, I need some help. You feel me? So I can, you know what I'm saying, get to my goal, you know, or reach the mark, you know. And so if I can't get no help to reach the mark, then I could not be the prize as well, you know. But I think a man, after so long, just growing and going to get to a bag, woman, no woman, that's when men go to leading with their money. He done came into the bag, no one helped build him here, and he's just looking for bust downs, and he don't mean no harm. Now, I wanted to ask you this, because we're gonna get some backlash, and so I want to speak for some of the women who don't feel the same way as we might feel. And I'm not a woman, so I want to speak for women who might not feel like you may feel. Now, but I'm gonna ask it in the weirdest way ever. Women that might not feel like you, most of them have children, most of them have sons. Would you suffer your son to be with a beautiful lady with a bad attitude and that's not willing to help him grow to reach his full potential. Now, you have blood sons that came out of you, and so you have one thing in your mind, you have a perspective on their potential, correct? Okay, and you would like to see them reach their potential, correct? Now, would you suffer your children to be with a woman that they say that they like because she's desirable and she's beautiful, but she's not going to help them to reach their
No.
pinnacle?
No, because I don't want my sons with the woman who is too good because she too pretty and she too good to ride in this car. She too good to eat here. I don't want him with that type of woman. And let me just kind of make sure I make myself clear. I'm not saying I'm not valuable. I'm not
No,
saying
no, 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 no.
I just wanted the audience to know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not valuable. I'm not saying that I'm not a prize to be won
Or
because
women in general.
yeah, or women in general is not because we are, but it's our only type of woman. And if you're the type of woman who is not helping build that man, can push him to potential. Because if you're not doing that, you're pulling him down. You saying that you can't do this, and you got 4 kids, but you too good to go here, or you got different baby daddies. Like, no, ma'am, that's not it. I was just the woman that brings value, that's going to encourage the men that I would want my sons with to help push them to that full potential, who's going to be aspiring, who's going to be a safe haven, a peace. The Bible tells me that she's a virtuous woman, and that she is more valuable than rubies and gold. Doesn't it say that? I was trying to find it. I think it tells me something. I think I was told that and read that in my adulthood. So that's more valuable
I think
than
that's in there.
yeah, it's in there, I think, in Proverbs. But anyway, that's the value that you want to bring to the prize that you won, that God is giving you, that's going to give you everything that you need, that covering, that protection, that providing, that everything, you know what I'm saying, that you have access. So even when the time comes that when the looks fades, I don't care how many BBLs you get, how many plastic surgery you get, Botox you get. I don't care what you do. When it fades, you're going to have a value to yourself that won't matter, and he'll still be willing to do that. But he can't do that if you're not giving him what he needs, that inspiring and that motivation, even if he's because let's just be honest, high value men are rare. That's a prize within itself. And I definitely believe all 3 of our sons are on the path to becoming those high value men. And no, I don't want them with the cute girl that thinks she too good or doing this, that. I want somebody that definitely is going to encourage them and push them to their full potential.
Now, and I think that was good. Moving forward, I think it's a lot of confusion on who's holding power, because I think power to women, especially younger women, and unfortunately to me, even older women, sex, access to sex. And men, especially a seasoned man who went and got it on, end up having to go and get it on his own, money. Now, women control access to sex, which I believe gives a false sense of this is why I'm the prize. I'm fit and I'm beautiful, and my sexual marketplace value is high among all men. Even though about 70% of them just want to bust me down, the other 20% of them might want to buy me, and maybe about 10% of them really got something in their heart for me. But I don't think women can see that. So I think a woman having access to sex early and leveraging that modern times for the bag, trips, flights, cars, etc. Because it's going on out here. It's a big market for sex. Okay, the OF girl got rich the other day instantly. Baby, she had turned 18, and and I'm talking about, I want to say in 6 hours, Jen, she had become a millionaire. Okay, she had pre-orders of 500,000. Okay, she ain't even showed flesh on the OF. So I think that inflates women's idea about the prize. Now, I want to say this. If you're 21, baby girl, 22, 19, 18, 35's on the way, And I promise the new batch of 21-year-olds for men, that's what me and my guys, we talk about. If we talk about God talk, the new batch comes out. How often do the new batch of 21-year-olds come out, ladies? Every year. Actually, every month, a new 21-year-old turns 21 that I can bust on down. And it wants to be with me, can't wait to be with me. Okay? Just can't wait to be with me. And so I think that you have to take your value and leverage it so that they won't ever come to you and you won't have to be the old bitch in the club. I'm sorry to talk like that, baby. I didn't even want to do that.
So when it comes to sex, from my perspective, I have to, because see, I come from the era where you were supposed to be a virgin until you married. And so that's where that power came from, because the guy who didn't want the virgin, you know what I'm saying? And so even though I didn't wait till I was married, I'm just speaking of what I was taught. So I think
I don't even think that's taught no more.
no, I don't. But I think the falsehood of power somewhere got twisted because women thought, you know, because sex is power. But
Sex is
but
powerful.
this is the key. So if we, because I mean, clearly we're not in a time where women are waiting, but that's where the true power came from. You had your pick of the litter because you the virgin, and everybody want the virgin because, you know, whatever. But if you don't have that, I think when the world thinks about sex and stuff, what the problem is that it's not saying that you have to be a virgin or that you should do this. You have to, the value is not giving every man the same treatment or the thing that they, you know what I'm saying? You can't, let me just be clear. You can't just be a freak with every man that you meet and think that you still hold value in the power of sex. I'm sorry. Didn't you say the young girl with the OF, like she hadn't even showed skin yet because she was holding on to that power. But when you start showing skin to everybody, you doing every man that they talk to each other, and all of them know what freakiness you bring to the table, you kind of lose that power and devalue yourself from the world. I mean, I just think they should know that, because I don't think women see that no more. They think twerking and half naked and being on the stage and they showing it to everybody that they still, dog, you really ain't really got no power for real.
Now, the world has turned into a small town. We come from a small town. If a big superstar goes and get bust down, the whole world is a small town, meaning so-and-so told so-and-so that his chick got bust down by so-and-so, okay? Once Rick tell me that, oh man, they told me, you know what I'm saying, about it, and you know, she'll bust down. I heard that good. I heard that mouth. You feel me? Like, yeah, I still go inquire about the mouth. And I still go inquire about the box. I still go bust her down. But even when I got there, I didn't feel the same way I did about her before Rick told me that niggas had told him that her head and box was already good. You know, I got a buddy, I won't say his name, but he told me, he said, Major, I passed on all the little chicks in high school because all my buddies had bust them down. And I ended up marrying my wife, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I kind of married my wife, because it wasn't no sweat on her rep. And that's what he desired. And that's what men generally desire. But I mean, beautiful ladies and overly beautiful ladies with nice, beautiful shapes. Show your shapes and get flued out and get bust down. And then in your latter 30s, you know, try to find you somebody and see how well that works out. Just we'll see. And then let me know if you the prize then.
But not only that, you know, we spoke on the sex and money, but a lot of times, you know, I think women, because women can be delusional. We're emotional creatures. A lot of times women might confuse that just because he paid for your time or stuff. That wasn't because of your value. That's a convenience for him. He's in position.
That was his
so
convenience.
he just want to pay and get what he need and go on. And it was more convenient for him to give you some money and send you on your way. Not because he really care about you or think you're your wife material, you know, it's convenient for him because he's the prize that's able to do that. He has the money, the bag, and he got himself together. He don't want to deal with you like that.
You were a commodity. You were Frosted Flakes on a shelf. Do you not realize this? You like being handled like a Snickers bar, purchased, eaten, and wrapper thrown away. I'm talking now. That ain't even me. All right, guys. Let's move forward. What else do we got on this? Let me see. I think I got something else.
I just want to say, I know some of you women are going to look at this and you're going to feel the way. Honestly, I don't care. I have a husband. I'm happy. but I will say, consider if you had a son and whatever feelings and emotions that you're mad about, ask yourself, would you really want that for your son? And then try to hear where I'm coming from and what I'm saying, because I'm not saying anything wrong.
And let's just hypothetically say that men are the prize. I want to tell you what to look for, ladies. If men are the prize in a man, I think you should look for leadership, consistency. That's like number one, basically. Legacy intent. Does he lead without ego? Does he have vision? And is he consistent? If he checks these three boxes, ladies, I don't care if he looks like the Sam Cassell. Ladies, okay? I don't care what he look like. He is him. Him. Okay, ladies? And you probably should bring yourself under subjection and try to get on his program. It's probably what you should do. Now, let's hypothetically say that women are the prize, guys. Beta males. This is for the beta males. Just in case women are the prize, you want to look for emotional intelligence. That's like an oxymoron. No shade, babe. I don't even mean no harm to women. It's like an oxymoron. It's like oil and water. They don't go together. Loyalty, that is a thing. There are loyal women. Yeah, if that's what you want to look for. If a woman is the prize, you want to look for emotional intelligence and loyalty. It don't even say money. Okay. It don't say legacy. Okay, some guys some beta males do go get on the woman program and be a part of her legacy, and which fades and withers into the ocean once she die, because she can't nothing go and, ain't nobody gonna name themselves after her. I don't mean no harm. Somebody gonna go marry a man, you see? And somebody gonna go be up under his program and his legacy. So when the beta male stop it. You're making it bad for other guys. You're running the ticket up. Y'all got the ticket all the way up in the hundreds and thousands. Got these folk thinking they worth $1,000. What? Is y'all serious? Beta male, stop doing this to the regular guys. My son trying to grow up and y'all run the ticket up on him. He can't even go, and if he wanted to play like that, pay to play, he can't even pay to play because y'all done ran the ticket up so bad. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna end it with saying, men are not rare. Good men are not rare. Good women are. And that's all I got to say. And these.
I got in closing. If you're a man, build with patience, lead with integrity, and don't confuse ego with value. Even if ego is being confused for value, don't you do it. Let them do it. Don't you confuse ego for value. And a lot of times they will confuse your value for your ego, okay? And keep it moving, guys, and follow God. Number one, men, follow God. First, follow God. The Most High, 12 noon. Follow God. That's major.
That's major.